そうだ、味方だぜ。
Hello, and welcome everyone to D6, where I, Yen, bring a bunch of friends together onto a D&D livestream show. It's been a complicated week. Before we get into tonight, I want to once again give a huge shout out to our wonderful patrons over on Patreon. If you wish to become a patron, there's always a link down below that will provide you with a whole bunch of exclusive stuff and rewards and whatnot with everything that I do. This past week has been a bit more complicated because I have not been able to do some stuff, but there will be an update coming relatively soon, not just only on my channel, but hopefully for this one as well. So do keep your eyes out for that. Thank you all so very much as usual. Love you all, and I hope we continue to entertain. There's not really much else going on tonight. We might have a very late Daitomodachi due to some matters, so if he ends up coming in, we will hopefully see. That noted, we're going to go ahead, jump on into tonight's game, everyone. You may awaken and rise and rise and rise
Ooh.
and rise. Ooh.
Howdy.
Hello. Hello, friends. Oh,
Hello.
God.
Oh shit!
Yeah?
I forgot my dice and my character sheet.
You kind of need both of those, don't you think?
I don't know where I need to roll shit. Don't worry about it.
Don't
We
say
don't need
that
any of that
now.
shit.
You see, the thing is that comparative to Caitlin, who has all of her own dice and way too much of the, she can't ever lose them.
No, you're
Never.
fine.
I only need one. That's fine.
Who
I'm at
knows?
20.
Me with my slew of stuff. There's nothing else pressing, so I believe that we are going to go ahead and jump on into tonight's game.
Yeah.
D6.
Okay,
So,
let's do it.
second. Alright, so where we had last left off. A bit loud. Where we had last left off. As our adventurers had been requested by the Queen of Vale, Ilthus, in order to search out a member of an order that had been made without her acknowledgement or permission, to search for a Holligan who had ultimately not only affected Daki negatively, but also has been causing a lot of trouble around the world by spreading what was known as a world seed, which allowed the red mists to expand. After finding themselves within the red mist and defeating the trials of Castle Ravensborough, as well as finally facing off against their undead queen, defeating her, turning her to mist, where she had escaped back to her coffin and was given the world seed in its whole by the daughter who was fused with the castle itself. After which, finding Holligan, who was pinned to a pillar and also thusly captured, taken alive, and split off with your old friend Sirocco, who is a resident of Hollingrab. You all head back to the country of Alanon, back to Vale, and that is where we had last left off. You guys are spending well over about a week and a half to return, so you are more than welcome to kind of just sort whatever matters you wish to sort while you're in flight during this time.
So, we have 2 extra of these little statues. And Canis and Garu, I don't believe you got anything out of that adventure. Would you like first dibs on either of these 2?
I certainly wouldn't mind.
Well, we have the owl. What the heck was the other one that we got the extra? It was the elephant, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, technically I already have a bird, and he's gonna hold up the bronze griffin. So, this elephant sounds nice.
Alright. Canis, any thoughts?
No, none for me.
No, alright. Well, if Garu would like the elephant and you'd like the bird, that could be your dish of the treasure.
River's just staring at the figures like, how do we use? How does this work?
No idea.
No, from what Daki
But-
said, apparently they turn into animals.
So that's what I was curious about. Actually, this is off character. I'm very curious because there are 2 types of these kinds of figures: the ones that turn into the creatures themselves, and the ones that summon a creature from the ethereal plane. So the figure does not get separated from you. So which one is this?
Either you could check on D&D Beyond, but I could also check here.
I'm asking you mostly because they changed it. So I don't know which one sounds more fun to you. Do we need to worry about having to go grab the figure every time, or is it like a summon a creature?
Okay, so figure. Figurine of wondrous powers, the statuette of a beast small enough to fit in your pocket. You can use an action to speak a command word and throw the figurine to a point on the ground 60 feet. Becomes a living creature. If the space where the creature would appear is occupied by other creatures, the object, or if there isn't enough space for the creature, the figurine doesn't become a creature. The creature is friendly to you.
Okay, so the figurine becomes a creature.
Yeah, it becomes a creature.
Okay. Oh, damn it.
Wait, these are summons? I just thought they felt nice.
Why did they turn into creatures?
Well, one doggy did identify earlier. That's supposedly what it does.
I'll keep this in mind. He's just gonna hold the griffin and the elephant and do a little smile on his face.
Do they have like a time limit?
I can tell you.
I'm so
Thanks.
The time limit's dependent on the figurine.
Oh man, the
I know.
spine of
I am
my
well aware.
DMG, man.
me, the player, is well aware. River is asking this.
All right.
I was unsure.
My players encounter the figurines of the goats, and each of them had their own timer.
Okay, the creature exists for a duration specific to each figurine. At the end of the duration, the creature reverts to its figurine form. It reverts to a figurine early if it drops to 0 hit points, or if you use an action to speak the command word again when touching it.
Lions, lions, lions.
So, let's see. Golden,
Also, it's some-
golden lions. Let's see. These gold statues of lions are always created in pairs. If you use one figurine or both simultaneously, each become a lion for up to 1 hour. Once the lion has been used, it can't be used again until 7 days have passed.
7 days!
Weeks.
7 days.
7 days?
7 days!
Ah, how long is it going to take us to go back to the queen?
I think that was a week and a half.
It was a week and a half. Yep.
I'm going to use both of them right now.
Okay. So as you throw the golden lions onto the deck of your airship, as they suddenly become not gold but more malleable and physical as they appear almost walking towards the open area, and both now staring at you, River, awaiting a command.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah, these, whilst they do have a certain sheen, very magical by design, their color is that much of a lion, very golden, very bright, and mostly for the savanna types of area or more open deserts. But yeah, they're like two well-behaved cats just sitting there in front of you, outstaturing you,
real.
of course.
They're cats.
Do they breathe and everything?
They almost seem still, much like those statues at like you know, like in various locations. They kind of just stand there awaiting, and they don't have like this expansion much like you would for breathing. They are very prepared and very calm.
I'm going to scratch their ears.
You do, and they kind of enjoy it. Kind of with like the
That's nice.
heavy lion sound of purring.
Guys, this is the best fucking thing in my life. This is great.
Oh, what are you going to name them?
Can't have a pet
Not
without
really.
naming them.
That's like, that's true. That's true. I guess I'm gonna call this one. How about Anduin and Arthas? Just like commanding names.
Okay. They both acknowledge the names and continue to grow ever so closer to you as you're scratching them more.
If it's that simple, then maybe he's gonna hold up the elephant.
No, we're still on an airship.
He's gonna hold on. He's gonna think for a moment, and he's gonna throw and he's gonna use the griffin instead.
Okay.
So the fucking elephant.
So, I think it's the Bronze Griffin. Lasts up to 6 hours. As you summon the Griffin, you see go from that bronze color as it expands and swells. You can see feathers beginning to pop out of its existence, and the large head, as it comes down, you see these very bright bronze-colored eyes as they look down at you, Garu. And as it opens its beak, you notice inside is still a very bronze metal color, but the outside is very simply a griffin.
Wow! Can you speak?
It says nothing.
Yeah, I figured that.
Maybe you just teach the
It
tricks.
almost resembles cauliflower.
Oh!
That's nice.
Almost.
Oh, by the way,
Does it-
during this, River is just laying against the lions, like if it's a throne made of 2 lions.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is great.
these 2 lions who have now created this small curled pile. They're very warm for creatures of magic.
Nice.
I wonder. He's gonna try and mount the griffin to see if he can fly.
You do. You get on the griffin, and as you do, with the proper command, it spreads its large eagle-like wings, and one woof, woof, and you are up in the air. Just begin flying and commanding it towards whatever direction it is you want it to.
Ah, so this is what real flying's like. I really am a dragon.
Guys,
Why
good
did
do-
you fly before?
do you guys
Yeah,
get
but
it?
that was only for like a short period of time. This is
Wait.
real.
Is he flying in place, or did he start flying and the ship just outlasted him?
At first, as he lifts off, the ship goes out from below him, and the griffin is keeping up to the best of its ability for its flight speed. But yeah, it's flying next to you guys, and you guys are watching a very happy and very bright Garu just flying next to you.
Let's take this out for a spin. Hey, yep. He's gonna go. He's gonna like just fly out to the side and do a little flip.
And then he gets lost.
And then he bounces off the side of the airship and knocks himself out.
Whee!
Yeah, as far as you are aware, it is a mountable griffin that you can use. Actually, here.
Do I have to roll animal handling because I don't know what I'm doing though?
Animal handling.
I'm deal with your command.
So, animal handling on the odd end is basically you're dealing with a creature that is not made by magic. It is intelligent of its own abilities, but this is a magical item. It follows its commanding, basically those who summon it, in a way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Here you go, a griffin, an actual griffin.
All right,
that
and
I
that.
have.
Sweet. So it's a griffin without all the difficult parts.
Yeah.
He's gonna like fly alongside the ship a little bit, do a few flips, and land back down.
Yeah,
So that's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rough landing because it's such a small spot to land on, but yeah, you managed to not run straight into basically the center mast.
Barely.
Just barely.
All right then. I think I'm going to call you Rito. Does that sound good, boy?
I know.
It
Rito.
doesn't respond, but you can see as it nods in place.
I'll take that as a yes.
Let's see.
He's
And
gonna
it can't be used
I mean,
until
but-
5 days have passed.
Okay. He's just gonna pet his little bird then.
All right.
Oh, I suppose I should let you two in. And she says as she points at Garu and River. You two were terribly slow earlier, but don't you worry. I managed to fix the little problem that we had at the castle, and she'll pull out the little rose.
The what now?
Yeah.
Eh?
There's
This
this.
is the world seed. Don't worry, I managed to get it from him. You're welcome.
Hey!
What? What?
But then why was the kid running then?
Because he thought he had the real one.
Oh, so it was the big old switcheroo. Now I feel
Wait,
kind of like a fool for falling for it.
Wait, the kid thought he had the real one, but you also got it from him?
We didn't get it from him. The vampire gave it to us.
No, what do you mean? I totally ran up with. I totally caught up with them very fast.
I'm going to run. Can I run an inside check to work against Helena?
I mean,
for
Canis
the
just
sake of
told you.
clarity, for the sake of
No,
clarity,
I know. I know what happened, but she's lying to us.
I'll do it with
I'm well aware.
disadvantage.
I'm well aware.
Yes, because I just told them it before you told the lie.
Yeah, there's conflicting information here.
Stole it from him. Okay.
I believe Helena. According to-
Yes, which one is more trustworthy, the cleric or the rogue?
Okay.
I mean, I rolled a 7 on insight, so I don't know.
Oh, I rolled a 7 on deception.
That was you.
as
You
you
both
pull out this very fine crystalline and open rose, you can see it almost emanates magic itself. It's almost unbearable to even look at because it has this sickening aura, almost as if all the accumulated death and blood that had been within that castle is compacted into this small little piece.
Jesus.
Wow, that smells like blood.
Not terribly pleasant. She'll fold it back up again. But the good news is, they didn't get it.
But what are we gonna do with it now?
Well, apparently, we need to find the Dawn Rite. Whatever that is. Apparently they can protect it. I think we need research.
Yeah, I was about to say, the downright seemed very important for someone we never heard of yet.
I
I suppose that
The,
they're secretive.
possibly. Although the one goddess, she mentioned them too. I think we're going to need to find them anyway. With whatever riddles that she said last time. So, dare say that's probably going to be our next mission. We'll need to keep this safe.
Where are you guys holding Holligan?
He is tied to the mastiff.
Don't we have a prison downstairs? That's what we did with
Called a brig.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Where did we hold the frickin' satyr that we had?
I think we just held him underneath the basement.
I'm going
You-
I'm going to
bridge.
assume.
You would put some
Yeah, the brig.
manacles on him that prevented him from
Teleporting and everything.
basically
Casting
yeah.
magic.
And we still have those manacles, so I would imagine I will use them again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Basically,
you want me- if we have it with us, I'm just going to see one of my lions on top of him.
They don't last forever, though.
For as long
But
as
it will.
you do send one of the lions, and the lion goes off below the deck, and you hear a
I think our prisoner's awake.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if he wasn't, he sure is now.
Where is Zaki?
Docky is currently sleeping after
Basically,
basically
it's an elf.
well entranced,
There you go.
kind of overlooking the weave mender in in hand.
I do need to point out, I feel really bad that this entire adventure was to help Daki and Daki's backstory,
I know,
and she
I
was
know.
not here for 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It makes me feel really bad. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But yeah, it kind of just
Real life.
entranced with this blade in hand and the book kind of flipping over one page after the other, kind of trying to gain more insight with these relics.
Oh damn! Book. I'm going to pull out the diary.
Sure.
Think we can
Oh,
get
but sorry.
you think we can get anything else from this?
Well, I can look, but
Unsure how useful that would be, though.
I don't know, more
Well-
knowledge about the warp seed.
maybe.
True.
I mean, at least you can read it.
She pats Garu on the shoulder.
Mm.
I can read it to you if you want.
No, it's cool. I just would like the ability to read in the first place, but that's besides the point.
Maybe we can figure out a code of some kind. But anyway. By the way, Yarrow, what was that one? The name of that one dagger? That
The
we
Dagger
got.
of Returning.
Right, it is
Oh,
not on D&D Beyond, so I might need to get those stats from you at some point.
That is correct. I, like I said, been a busy week,
That's
and
fine.
I didn't like. I do have, I do have a basis of it written down. I'll get it in as soon as possible. Just send
Yep.
me a reminder.
It's fine. I primarily use the bow, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Why would you use anything else?
Yeah,
Put the
Unless I
dagger
tried-
in an arrow.
unless I try the shenanigans, that would be about it. Maybe it could be money.
Yeah.
One of the other. It depends on if this one does better damage than my other daggers.
I mean, if I can put that same enchantment in my shield, I can just Captain America stuff.
Yeah.
To clarify, it is a +1 dagger. It returns to you.
Yeah.
So you don't end up losing those. I know how violently annoying that can get.
Mm-hmm.
Now is to test it out to see if it's cursed and just goes zipping back through your hand.
Oh god.
She'll,
The worst
she'll
kind
pull,
of magic item.
you know what? She'll pull out the dagger. And she'll throw it at the mast.
All right.
Could just throw it off the boat.
Hey, you know what? That's
As-
fair.
As
Yeah, I'll throw
you
it off the
take
boat.
as it detaches from the clip ring, as you hold the clip, there's like this small silver bit right here that kind of hangs on this clip. And as you throw it and it hits the mast, it right back on. Almost magnetized.
Now, does it teleport back, or does it, rewind, throw back?
It teleports back.
Okay. Good to know. Interesting. Oh, that's fun.
It's very hard evidence to get rid of.
It's fine.
I'm sorry. I just know better.
By the way, Canis, what are you going to name your owl?
Hmm?
Your owl.
I'm
What are you going to
Not
name
really
it?
putting any thought into it.
Oh, come on.
Canis Jr.
Another treasure for the
No.
Horde.
You already had to name one kid. You can name another.
This isn't a child, it's a statue.
What about Fluffy?
It was an egg.
Oh, that's
You just-
right. You had one Benedict. Maybe this one could be Omelet.
He's just
How about
throwing it in. He's just throwing it in his pocket and just forgetting about it.
Oh, how about Sunny? Like Sunny Side Up.
10 episodes from now, that little statue is gonna fucking be a lifesaver.
What
No,
about
it's just
poached?
going to gouge out someone's eyes.
What about poached?
Pooch?
Poached. Like a poached egg.
Ah.
Never had a
How about just egg?
Egg.
Egg.
Hi, Egg.
He's walking away from this conversation.
Ah,
I
come
expect
on.
nothing less.
Very well. We're gonna have to keep everything checked. Who's piloting the ship, by the way?
I would assume our.
You see the Hui twins?
Yep.
What was the name again?
Shut up.
I forgot the one that isn't penis.
I almost got you. Almost got you.
You almost did. You almost did.
I need someone else to ask instead of me, so you don't get it.
The DM will remember that next campaign. Not to name characters outside of your fucking language.
Or at the very least, do research.
The first thing that shows up is a dick.
This whole world, Erziheimel, totally based off of a German language in my understanding of it, but fuck that. Never again with another German word that could also be mistaken for a Spanish word.
Oh man.
Oh, good.
God.
Anyway, mayhaps we should go and visit our guest. Have a little chat. Go downstairs.
Let's go.
Alright. As all of you take yourselves below deck into the brig where you had formerly held an Arlo.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
Change your microphone.
What's up with
Your
my
microphone's a little weird. You sound robot-y.
Yeah.
there we
Or
go.
Maybe
TV,
the bad
rather.
one.
Alright, well, wait.
Oh. You're good. I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. What about now? Is it good now?
No, I need
Yeah,
to turn
still
you
a
up.
little bit.
but
No,
you're
check
quiet.
Alright,
check your
I'm done.
settings. To which
Yeah.
microphone is the one?
Yeah, I'll just pop back in.
Perfect timing.
Yeah,
Hey.
very perfect timing.
She woke up. Hooray!
Alright.
Any better?
Mm,
You are a bit quiet, but that's fine by me. You're perfectly
okay.
timed. You're about to interrogate the man that messed
Great.
with your memories.
Okay, that is perfect. That is perfect timing. Alright.
Very perfect timing.
So, as all of you
Hey.
approach a caged Holligan, a lion standing on the outside of the cage, and him just kind of keeping away as far away as he possibly can after seeing the group of you,
Good boy, Arthas.
and you hear a large purr.
Well, well, well.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Well, well.
well, well, well.
If it isn't... What the fuck was his name?
Holligan.
Humdinger.
Hollendiner? Hollendiner.
Halle Berry.
Yes, please.
You can see a very dredged up looking man as he's from his initial panic to recognizing that he won't be immediately touched even with this giant beast standing on the other side of the cage.
Oh, well, he thinks he's safe?
As far as he's aware.
So, welcome to the prison of the Dynamic Entry Incorporated. We rescued you. You're welcome.
Just for context, so that way I'm up to breast. We rescued the guy who messed with my mind, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
We're currently on the ship back to the city.
Alright, Daggy just glares at him.
He hasn't spoken a word.
Oh, this one's a quiet one. So, gonna tell us why you were all tied up with the vampire lady? Take it you got on her bad side.
Looks like you broke the rules.
You see as he leans forward and then spits at your feet.
I'm turning into a bear and going inside the cage with him.
As
Back to normal.
you do, and as you are now presenting in front of him, he jolts back just a bit before recognizing the situation.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad you recognize the situation, you dumbass.
Firebolt a few inches away from his head.
As it does, you see as he tries to lean, it just goes leaving some embers on his shoulder and even burning a bit.
I won't miss next time.
Trust me, it's better if you start talking a little bit. Things don't get nice here.
Every minute that you don't talk, my little firebolt gets closer to your head.
Look, my companion here is crazy. I can't contain her that much.
Mm-hmm.
The good cop, bad cop shit. Can I do a persuasion check to see if he can like lose his tongue a little bit?
Sure. Make it with advantage because actually no, it's intimidation at this point.
Oh, intimidation! But I'm trying to do
I
the
have,
one.
I have advantage.
You basically are getting up in his face using not just only magic, but also threatening him with blasting his head off with a firebolt. So
You know it's fine. Instead of plus 11, I have plus 6. It's fine.
I mean, I do have advantage on intimidations if I'm reading this correctly. Maybe I can roll.
sure.
It's fine if I roll intimidation.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-oh. Roll 20 is lagging for me.
Uh-oh.
I swear to
17,
God.
18.
18. I swear to God, I am sending you a set of dice very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So then when it's the final episode.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah,
I mean,
18.
I am getting Docky 3D printed very soon too. So
Yeah, it looks tight. Y'all showed me earlier.
so, 18. As you're all standing there, imposing. Nothing personal, but I don't think you've ever done something like this before. Intimidate, persuade, interrogate as much as you like, but a little word of advice. Should you start hurting me, I will say anything to make the pain stop. That's how that works. As for you, pointing towards Docky, forgettable. Nothing personal, I promise you. We had a job to do.
Personal? You fucked with my mind. I became an idiot for some time now. How is that not personal? Please explain that to me before I shoot another firebolt to your head.
Really quick. Do we know how the blood hunters operate as far as powers? They need blood, right? We saw that with the queen.
They use the basis of blood maledicts, and as well as using darker blood arts as to perform their abilities. They also go through the process of going through a rite, which basically those rites can really depend on which blood hunter is which. As far as you are aware, he probably could freely do something should he so decide, but understanding his position, he isn't making any moves.
Let's see. Oh wait, just a quick question. My spell slots reset, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
And max HP. Just want to check and make sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I give him a 22 strength wedgie?
It doesn't take much effort to to try, but you see as he's a little bit more slipperier than usual, trying to escape your grasp. Listen,
You wanna talk?
I am heading to my death. I can tell. And he walks over to the cage and gets closer towards Daki. So, I will give you the fair opportunity. If you want me to die so badly, if you want business to be concluded so badly, then you might as well put the bullet in my head now so we could all save ourselves a great deal of time! But I know something.
She pulls out a gun, point at the guy's head. She's biting her lip because she knows that she wants to kill him really badly, but she can't.
And there it is. I will die with my secrets.
The Queen didn't want him alive.
Oh. You'll die with your secrets, eh?
The Queen wanted him alive.
So go ahead. Pull the trigger. Oh, wise and wisdom elf from the great far plains within Acelsium, please proceed to be a failure.
He's trying to make you angry, Daki.
And besides, if this is how he wants to play it, then we can just leave him down here until we get back to Vale.
Let's get one thing straight. You said that I'm a failure. You expected me to never regain my memory, but with a little bit of help, I managed to do that. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not a failure. And besides, I'm not the one going to my death right now. You are. She walks off.
See as he leans back and then he falls back into the wooden floor. This haggard, graying-haired man as he's looking towards all of you.
Can I check his pockets?
Sure. Not like he has any right to refuse.
Just making sure.
As you do find a few things. Nothing of value aside from about 100 gold pieces and what looks like to be this very bright and well-cut ruby. Probably worth about 250 gold pieces.
Anything in the palm of his hands?
You can only tell that only one of his hands is covered, much like the queen. The other palm is just basically tattooed etchings of almost memory-like maledicts, almost as if to remember his order. Nothing else to share, nothing else to hide. We done?
He's sitting, right?
He's not hidden. He's just...
No, sitting.
Yeah, he's sitting.
Just making sure. Slap him in the head and he just can get out of the jail.
You slap him in the head, and as you fly out, transform back. You see as he leans out closer. Besides, I wonder what would happen to you in specific. Looking at you, River.
Did he feel nothing when I 22 strength slap?
Oh, he felt it. He's hurt. But
Okay.
he's leaning
I've
out
been
towards you.
manhandling him and he's like, yeah, oh, I'm fine.
He's into it.
These are blood hunters. They live in pain. They're brought to the order through pain and suffering.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Intimidation and interrogations is a very difficult thing to do to these people.
Not even the wedgie. Got it.
Sounds just talking out of character. I don't know if he's not intimidated, then maybe offer him something that maybe he's the type of person that will betray someone if we give him like an offer.
I mean, do we really need anything from him besides just delivering him to the thing? That's mostly what Daki needs, so...
Yeah, no, I was hoping for Daki to get something from this.
I mean, he's going to his death. I think that's good enough for her.
Okay.
I mean, she'll like to kill him.
I'm gonna keep a watch on him.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, you're kind of always standing and staring against each other. See as he...
What's he doing?
could smell it on you.
Yeah, I don't want to stay with the creep anymore.
I'll take over if you want.
We need someone to watch him.
They can take shifts.
I think there's a bit of a problem with that.
No, don't worry.
Kara can sense him. They can take shifts at the end of the day.
As you guys take a shift, who will be next to watch Holligan?
I'll take nighttime since I don't need to sleep much.
Okay.
I guess Gar will do it next.
Yeah, the ones that don't need to sleep and the ones that don't need to see in the light. Candace will take the morning shift.
Alright. You each take your turn keeping an eye on this dilapidated creature, caged. Perceiving any small move as a near threat, you constantly are prepared. Upon the second night, however, sitting across from Helena, you hear the faint sounds, almost like prayer, as he's talking about salvation. While his death will certainly come, it will not be for nothing.
Oh no, why do you think all that?
As he stares up and he looks at you with those golden yellow eyes. I pray to death every day, silently or in words. Holligan
So, like-
is a failed state, and I pray to death, time and time again, in hopes of salvation for my country, for my people. He returns to
That's what you went to the vampires for.
He returns to silence, leaning back. A slight breathing coming from him.
You killed her, you know.
She's not dead.
Oh, well, how do you know? I do recall you being unconscious. And considering her coffin was up at the top of the castle, it was rather easy enough. She literally told us.
You see as the eyes open again and lead out towards beyond the shadows. Did you drive a stake through her heart? Did you burn the mists?
I don't know if you noticed, we have a dear cleric friend of ours. Sunlight did the trick just fine.
Make a deception check.
You can do it, Helen. I believe in you.
Let's see. Deception. That is a dirty 20.
Yeah. So dirty.
The first time I've ever had NPC do insight in a while.
Please tell me you cannot hear the dogs, by the way.
I can
Apparently. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
But then again, I am wearing noise-canceling headphones, so his...
No, mine.
I don't think that'll help with the dogs on Bracky's ends.
Yeah.
As you tell this very convincing lie, you see his face kind of go from solid to much more softened. Cruel. He rests back onto the floor.
He said good?
He said cruel.
Cruel. Alright. No, why cruel?
He doesn't speak beyond that point.
That upset you, did it? Take you to her close.
No other words are spoken for the rest of the night coming out of him. As the night comes to a close and you begin to shift with Canis, you do happen to hear a faint sound of sobbing as you walk away.
Wait.
I'll,
Wait. He's crying? He's crying?
You were not there.
I know.
But, before Canis switches, she's just going to pull him out, and she'll let him know what happened.
Alright.
So, just did beyond the up and up. Don't
Thank
know
you.
what it... Of course. Don't know what it means, but apparently he's close. I heard a bit of crying.
Alright. Okay, so now...
It is Canis's watch now.
Okay.
Anything out of the ordinary happened during that? Or he just slowly crying to himself?
He
Mom!
he doesn't It's not very loud, and it wasn't very long. It was very brief. As you begin your watch and begin to stare at him, as he finally wakes up from hours of rest. He turns his head and he's looking at you slightly before rolling back to the other side to try and pass the day.
Yeah, leave him be. If he doesn't want to talk to cannons, he's not going to talk.
Alright, what's Ducky now? No.
Daki, as you're going through your book, you're still keeping an eye on him as Canis is very close to the brig.
Did you know that? Did someone tell Ducky that he was crying?
Probably not. Because, admittedly, Helena is worried about Daki doing something dumb to him, so...
Oh.
You have a history.
Yeah, you do. And we need him alive.
Fine. She just keeps staring at him.
Alright. Garu, your watch begins. As you sit across and you're kind of just leaning back and kind of going through and, kind of keeping your body trained and entertaining a man who's very disinterested in this position.
Has he said anything? Or, how's he acting?
He hasn't said much of anything.
So, you do have a reason for doing this, right? All this suffering? This lifestyle?
He leans over to turn a bit. Still turned away from you. It was a matter of putting things at ease.
Like what? Regarding your family? Someone close to you? Or someone else entirely?
I'd only known my country. The people that died in the night.
So you were just trying to change things, weren't you?
I was.
What?
I was.
Don't whisper.
Yeah,
don't whisper.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Project.
I was.
Gar's is gonna look... gotcha. Gar's gonna, take a little bit of a pause. I kinda understand how you feel, There are things about, my country, or at least my family's country, I didn't really agree with. So, I did what I had to change it. And it's not really fully changed yet, but there's plenty of progress. But if you really want things to change for your people, for everyone, why did you have to do it like this?
Lady Ravensborough promised me power, a seat at the table. The Blood Hunters have been around for over 100 years, and never once had they ever succeeded. The night.
So you want to change... So you want to change things directly? Is that what I'm getting?
Correct.
I see. Well then, you and I may not be so different after all.
You see, as he gets up and he turns towards you, he slams his head against the cage. We are very, very different. Do not
Are we now?
compare me to me. Do not compare yourself to me. My suffering,
It was...
my pain. I watched as people died, slaughtered through the night. One fight after another, another blade, another splatter across the ground. I wasn't just trying to change it from the inside, I was trying to stop it. Thousands of years of lies, deceit, a contract between man and monster, broken again and again and again. With Ravensborough, I could have stopped it all. And anyone that got in my way was to be put down.
And yet nothing got accomplished, didn't it? And he's gonna turn to him.
And what did you accomplish?
Think for... I'll tell you what I accomplished. Gar's gonna stand up and he's gonna lean over to him. I managed to break a curse. My family betrayed an entire country. They by the act of a single man. And I have bled, I have fought, and I have conversed with people far beyond my capabilities or understanding or even tastes, just to make sure that the family that I have left could actually live a life. I understand that it's not nowhere the same as your suffering. But I have bled too. But if you did all that, sacrificed that much, and you didn't get that far, then maybe you could have tried something else. Maybe there was another way. Instead, look at where you are now. Beaten, bloodied, and in chains. And because of you, you ruined that girl's life. And possibly many others. You have to take responsibility for that.
You two, almost nose to nose through the bars. I suppose we aren't so different. Are we?
Indeed. Gar's gonna take a step back and just breathe and compose himself. You know,
he steps back and he falls to the floor himself.
you may have had good intentions, and maybe the method to carry them out wasn't necessarily, well, the most moral or the objective greatest way. But one way or another, you ended up falling through to the end.
Will you?
And at the very least, she at least deserves somewhat of an explanation.
He looks up towards you. Will you, when the time comes?
What?
Will you, when the time comes?
Of course. In fact, my time might be coming up way sooner than I think. And he's gonna like slightly hold the wraps. Maybe even sooner. And I'm prepared to face whatever I have to. Are you?
He doesn't give an answer as he turns back around and he folds himself onto the floor. contemplating.
Alright. Gar's just gonna sit back down, just finagle with the little figurines for a little while until the end of his shift.
Man, I was waiting for those two to start making out through the bars. That got intense.
Suffering.
Oh,
Pain.
I love it!
Guys,
Also, thank you. Thank you, Boo. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem.
As he begins to rest, you end your shift. River, you come down
What's up?
and you take your place from Garu in your shift.
He's a little bit cranky.
you're a bit cranky. What do you do?
I just talked to him. That's
Do you
all.
start telling him dumb stories of the East again?
Oh no, I haven't gotten that far.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, he's gonna like lean down and like pat her on the shoulder, and he's gonna walk off.
River, as you take a seat,
Mm-hmm.
just watching.
I have a parchment of paper with me, and every now and then I just like rip a piece of paper, make a small ball, and throw it at him. Just every now and then.
Every now and again.
Yeah, another ball.
At a certain hour, he finally gets up to move and staring at you. It's a full moon tonight.
Are you trying to flirt with me now? What the hell does that mean? Also, how do you know? You're having close here this entire time. It could be day. Never know.
It's
Since Helena,
cresting
you
on-
know, Helena's the one that
cresting
does
on
the night
dawn.
shifts.
It's cresting on dusk in your shift.
Dusk was.
Morning.
Thank you.
Oh wait, wouldn't that be dawn?
Yeah, that's
Dawn
dawn.
is in
Dusk
the morning.
is just
Oh,
as
dusk is
before.
dusk
what
is
the
going
fuck,
on. Yeah,
Caitlin?
sorry.
Yeah, from-
sorry. No, you're
From
right.
dusk, from dusk till dawn.
I was yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
As it looks at you, it's almost warning, but temptation.
Oh, there ain't no temptations. He's disgusting. Unspoken for. And so what?
I've lived long enough to tell. The afflictions
That is
you have.
that is going to be full moon.
Experience, if you will. I wonder if tonight I should go on a hunt.
What? Knowledge that couldn't kill you.
Yeah, no, you need to project. You're getting really
You need
quiet.
to stop. You need to stop whispering, my man.
As he leans closer and says, I wonder if tonight I should go on a hunt.
No, you're tied up. You're not allowed to. Yo, no, we put you in a prison. We decided. You're not allowed to get out of there. I'm just going to use the ring. Helena, I kind of want to change places. This guy's kind of a creep.
You hear a small sigh, and a few minutes later, she'll thump on down. What's the problem?
I don't know. He keeps talking about the blue moon and it's in a sort of fetishistic, romantic way.
history. Can I roll a history check?
Are you there?
Are you there? I
I-
call Helena.
I mean, I think I could overhear the conversation. That could work.
Make
You
a
really want to be
perception
there,
check.
don't you?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I
Oh my
You're
god,
trying
what is
your
up with
best
this
to-
lag?
You're trying your best to listen in on the conversation.
11.
You can hear bits and pieces, but not all of it, unless it's like
I mean, if you-
outwardly shouted.
To be fair, if you're that curious about this guy and you don't trust him, you can always be there. Just someone else.
Yeah. Fuck it. She enters back in the room with the gun. Alright, now that I cooled off, did anything interesting happen?
He's just being a creep talking about the full moon, hunting, and in a very, like, weirdly laugh.
Can I now do history check?
What's the history that you're looking for?
Blood moon, the thing he just said.
No, it's the new moon. It's
new moon.
It's a full moon tonight. That's
Mm.
what he said.
He's talking about the full moon, and he's laughing, and I think he's excited for it.
Hmm.
Wait a second.
Are blood hunters dangerous if it's full moon? Full moon?
Not that I believe so. I thought that was just a thing with werewolves. You're not a werewolf, are you? She'll pull out one of her silver arrows and she'll poke the dude with the flat side.
He doesn't move.
Hmm.
It's not
It is making
reviled
me-
by it.
It is making me a little uneasy that he keeps talking about the new moon.
Yeah, well, it should be fine, don't you think? And she'll thwap River on the rump with the silver arrow flat side.
Ooh, wait a minute, that burns.
It hurts, but it hurts much like anybody getting hit in the
Yeah,
ass.
we had an arrow.
She just has this little arrow mark scorched onto her ass. It's a birthmark.
Youch.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Don't poke
ouch.
me, don't poke me in my butt. I poke you in your butt.
Why? Does it bother you? And this time she's gonna like gently touch her ear with the arrow, do the poking, bothering thing, just with the flat
Stop.
side of the arrow,
Stop that.
poke it at her nose.
Yeah. To you,
I am using-
River, it stings like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I can imagine. He's poking with a fucking arrow.
I'm using the flat side.
Is that the flat side?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a pointy part of the arrow, and then there's a flat
Then
side.
there
It
isn't.
feels like you're piercing me with it.
She looks confused. I'm not. I'm using the flat side.
Is my nose red and burned? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's a little puffy. You can see
No.
some snot kind of dribbling out.
I'm going to pinch Lena's ass just with my 22 strength.
Ow!
Don't fucking poke me with that thing.
But I'm not hurting you. She'll touch her ear with it again.
I disagree. Guy, why you insist?
Why are you being such a wuss? I'm using the flat side.
But it feels like you're poking. What do you want from me?
She'll narrow her eyes, and she'll get down low, and then she'll like with the one hand, she'll pinch her cheeks. Is her nose red and where she poked?
It looks a little puffed up, almost as if you almost as if
I'm allergic.
you yeah.
She squishes her cheeks a little bit. River,
Oh.
remind me.
Hmm?
Did you get bit?
In what context?
The werewolves. When we fought them. River. River.
Thinks not. I think. Why?
The arrowhead just slowly slides into frame.
It just tweens in the frame.
Yeah. Just like the
about
hand is
it?
shaking closer.
Oh, please
this
tell me
way.
I get to do the same now. That would be hilarious.
No.
What's the polish?
Yaro's gone.
I'm here. I'm still here. I was
Okay.
hoping you guys still RP'd things out.
Oh, okay. You disappeared. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
River.
no, the sunlight was coming through my window.
Ah, okay. River,
What up?
hold this.
I grabbed the arrow.
It's like something is scorching inside your hand, like picking up hot coals.
Is all of it silver or just a point?
It'd just be the point, probably.
Just be the point.
I'm holding the shaft.
No. Hold the point.
I grabbed the point. But I have my gloves on. What?
Like holding it with your gloves, it's warm to your
I don't-
hand.
It's warm. What do you want from me?
She purses her lips. Take off the glove.
Ah, you too? Oh, come on. Okay,
Take
fine.
it off. Do it.
I take
Come
off
on.
my-
This
I
is
take
for your
off
own
my-
good. Just
I
trust
take
me.
off my left. Just shut up! I take off my left glove and I grab the goddamn. Ah!
So that hurts.
It stings a little bit.
What the heck?
Canis!
Well, because of all the goddamn yelling and bitching and complaining, he'll already be outside the door wondering what the hell's going on.
It's just like standing like a blackened armored silhouette at the door. Beams of sunlight coming through.
Satan?
I've been here for 5 minutes. Why are you yelling?
Canis, I think there's something wrong with River.
Something new wrong with River or something old wrong with River?
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, it depends on how old is old, because I have a sneaking suspicion that the werewolf did something.
Alright then, I suppose we could find someone that could fix that. Looks at the... Actually, the Blood Hunter might know. Do you know anything about getting rid of werewolf lycanthropy? He's not gonna say anything, is he?
You see as he slightly turns his head. A hunt.
We're not killing her. It's not an option. That said, she looks down at her. Oh, I might have to tie you up, though.
I'm sorry?
I might have to tie you up.
I
If we're
feel
right,
fu-
if we're right, if it's wrong, then nothing will happen, and you're just going to have an uncomfortable night.
This is just an excuse to tie me up, isn't it?
Of course it is. It'll be very funny.
I
And
don't
if
want to
you-
be canist.
What? Oh, right. Besides, if you do turn out to be a werewolf, I'd rather you not have those gloves on either.
Why would I? What? Okay, wait a minute. So so it's just okay. I thought you had to fuck a werewolf to become one.
What?
What?
Where did you hear that?
That's an old story.
What are the stories that... Wouldn't that be very inappropriate for children? Oh, whatever.
I don't know. Grandpa used to
Halflings
tell
keep it
really
real.
weird stories.
The more I hear about halfling culture, the more I'm happy that I've never met more than just you.
Even my mom, she tried to kill people, but also that.
That too.
And a brother.
And my brother, who stole from us. Oh God, it's true. Oh God. Oh, we're
You
all
don't exactly-
thieves and criminals.
I don't exactly have a good impression of you or your family. Let's just leave it at that.
You know what? That's a fair assumption. Give me that rope.
Oh, okay. she'll happily start tying her up.
Okay, but if I don't turn out to be a werewolf, I'm gonna. Okay, I was going to say I'm going to bite you, but that's contradictory.
She'll just like turn around and she'll just waggle her eyebrows.
Do we have another cell, or is it just the one in the bottom here?
It's just the one.
Oh, I don't want to share one with him.
That's why I was wondering if we had two.
There was only one.
No, he looks too excited for the moon, for the full moon. I don't want him to look at me if I turn.
Oh, it'll be alright. We'll just... Here, we'll... Is there, like, something that we can tie her to that's sturdy?
The mast outside.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, be close to the pilots.
It is...
Hey, penis.
Well, look, if there's going to be any accidental casualties, I'd rather it be him.
Wow.
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 He's our prisoner.
Wow.
You would equally hear Holligan go, wow.
Wow. As everyone's going, wow, Gar's gonna like poke his head. Hey, what's going on in here?
River might be cursed.
What?
River might be cursed.
Apparently.
No, I meant like what?
You might
Wait.
be a werewolf.
Wait, what?
When did that happen?
I don't know, I never fucked one.
It's not...
Wait,
I don't
wait,
think
what?
that's how that works.
Wait, what?
She might be a werewolf after that one
No,
test
no, no.
that we had
What
back
did
in
she
Holligan.
say? Wait, what did she say about...
She thinks that screwing a werewolf is how you become a werewolf. I don't think
Yeah.
that's how that works, though.
Inside, inside the DM brain.
Okay,
That's
okay.
even the curse juice.
Rolling a history check. Rolling a history check. I'm rolling a
I am
history check.
fairly certain lycanthropy isn't an STD.
I know. Just to make sure.
Grandma
Alright,
used to tell us.
character.
15. No, wait, no, 11. 11. Damn it. Damn it. Alright,
15?
I'm assuming that.
Alright, 11.
11.
That's not how that works.
Whoever. You can't become a werewolf by screwing it.
Well,
Unless you roll that way, which everyone has every. I don't like to kink shame lover, but if that's your thing, River, go for it, fam.
What's a kink?
Okay, there's two ways I was told that can happen. That's my grandpa and my grandma told me two different things that are basically the same. Either you fuck them or you kiss them, so you end up, getting infected. So you should never kiss people who you don't know because they might be werewolves.
Is that like an anti-sex thing?
I think your parents were lying to you, River.
Grandparents.
I think your grandparents were lying to you.
But why would they lie about that?
I don't know, some people are prudes.
Also, I still don't know what a kink is.
Well, when you're older, Garu.
I'm 24 years old!
With a brain of a 6-year-old.
Well.
Hey!
Well, I mean,
Why are we
technically-
having this discussion?
I mean,
I don't know, I
technically,
shouldn't be tied up.
Garu is the only one in this party that has ever walked into a fucking brothel.
Yeah.
Probably enough.
At least on screen.
Yeah, and he got a massage for it.
Yeah!
Happy ending.
Happy ending.
Happy ending.
Anyway, look.
It's retractable, you see.
I don't. It's evidently that's not how it works. Now, I think for the sake of safety, you're just going to have a very uncomfortable night, and if nothing happens, then it's fine. And if something does happen, we'll figure that out when we get there.
Mm.
Don't worry, we won't kill you, or at least we'll try not to.
We're not going to kill you, we're just going to observe.
Oh,
You
Makes it
come on, you
you're
little
in the-
prisoner, and she's gonna hike her up under her arm like a
Nice.
bag. Come on, to the mast you go. Time to walk the plank.
Oh, that's not getting it better.
Would you
Is
prefer
it-
if we just threw you off if you were a werewolf?
Can you do this at least not where I could fall off the ship?
Oh, that's all. She does stop.
You'll
What
be
if I
fine.
go crazy and I jump off the ship?
You know what? That is fair. Well, maybe we should just do this below deck. Is there anything below deck that we can tie her to?
Our rooms.
She
you
could
have-
just be locked in a room.
I mean, there
I
are
thought we
these
didn't have
like
rooms. We had hammocks.
there are
Yeah,
these
it's
like
one room.
4x4 like pieces of wood that hold up the deck.
Alright, we'll just tie her up to
intermittently.
that.
All right.
We'll tie her to one. Alright, there we go.
Here are my gloves. Take care of them, Helena. I only trust you to take care of those things.
Why only
Aw.
her?
I'm obviously the most trustworthy.
Or the most likely to use them or steal them.
Or the most likely to give them back.
She'll just stuff them in her bag. Actually, not the tune. I do still have an. Oh, well,
We have the most useful two. The Hulk hands are not only.
Okay, so wait a minute. If I turn into a werewolf, what do we need to be? What do we need to be afraid of?
well, we don't.
Mauling us in our sleep.
Yeah, well, I don't think we should. We should maybe not sleep. Or at the very least, have 2 guards.
Candace is just gonna be sitting in a stool like 3 feet away from River, just staring at her unblinking to see if she changes at all.
As
Elbows on knees, can't.
We're just all around her, just staring
This
at
is
her.
very awkward. It feels like I'm in the bathroom. People are watching me. This is not nice.
Oh, I told you it was going to be an uncomfortable night.
It is. So all eyes and staring at me.
Who's watching the other one?
Is he still there? We're all there. So.
yeah, he's been kind of staring away from you guys, just
Yeah, he's fine.
minding his own
He's still being
business.
grumpy.
And back to staring at River.
Ugh.
This will probably go on for a while until something happens.
As dusk finally rests, as the night begins. Trying to keep an eye on a sleeping River, I'm assuming, and
Yep.
River, you're asleep.
They're the ones
Yes?
that have to stay up. I can sleep all I want.
Yeah. You're asleep, yes?
I'm asleep.
Okay.
They're the ones who need to stay awake. I'm fine.
Yep.
Make
Sure.
a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Oh, isn't that garbage for you?
Wisdom garbage for me, you say? No, it's +2.
Yeah, that's me that wisdom is garbage for.
And just to make sure people know, I'm going to be fair on this. I'm going to roll them in front of everyone.
Oh, on the
Whoop. Yeah.
oh,
On
I,
the-
Two!
I did not have
Still not really.
He got an 8.
I got an 8.
Got an 8.
Wow.
Now my question is, does Indomitable prompt with this? Or because I'm asleep it doesn't?
It doesn't.
Okay.
You can't use any of your actions.
I can't. Well, it's a freebie. It's not a reaction. It's just a thing I have. So no. I'm more inclined to say no for the hilarity of it.
I was gonna say, it's
I'm
more
more
fun
in-
if you fail.
I'm more inclined to the nature of the due to the fact that you are unconscious, you can't really do much of anything.
I
about
can't
that.
enforce my will upon it.
Oh, I gotta
As-
pop out. I gotta pop out for a sec.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
As you guys are staring on a sleeping river, as the full moon begins to rise well over your boat, almost like cracking through the moonlight, just through the floorboards and even through pieces where you guys had tried your best to reconstruct. Almost as if, like, beaming across her face, you see as the eyes shoot wide open, and a slight visceral growl begins to emanate. And almost trying to flex and pull. And Canis, as you become more hyper aware, you see his river beginning to grow in certain size as hair begins to flow much longer and grow in places not originally in most human beings. As
Fuck puberty.
the head begins to curl over. You see is both the eyes that you are aware, the green and blue, they're much more tinged closer towards yellow and almost violently looking at you, almost as if drawn. The maw begins to extend and the hands turn to visceral claws. The legs begin to crack back. The painful sounds that River is making as finally in the last moment, seeing you, Canis, River lunges.
We tied her up.
Yeah. And you just see this visceral, growling, halfling werewolf creature just constantly batting back and forth. Due to the fact that the wisdom fail had not succeeded, I am taking River's character sheet.
My character sheet, no. Leave it alone. Hey, I can finally share this
Ow,
in the art drop.
Ooh.
Oh, you made what River looks like?
Oh, that looks cool.
Whoa, that's really cool.
Nice.
That looks very cool.
Yeah. As it's almost lunging in each possible direction, almost trying to escape.
So now what does he do?
You can see as each lunge, you can see the wood begin to crack and break.
I'm going to get out the iron bands of Bolaro, and I'm going to frickin' throw it at her.
All right. What's the? There is no check on that, yeah?
There is no, I just have to hit her.
Yep.
Do it.
Which is yes, I think, because that's well over 20.
Yep. As
Yeah, you're fine.
the moment one other lunge as the wooden 4x4 finally cracks and breaks, you throw the Bands of Bolaro as it hits the side and it crawls over and begins to restrain a werewolf river as just each attack is lunging and biting and trying to claw at anything. And you can hear the slight, almost dog-like squeals as she's just rolling on the floor, just in pain.
Canis?
Is she okay?
I don't know. Canis, is there anything you can do? It's a curse, right?
I assume so. Although I'm not sure if that really fits under what I can do.
What on earth else can we do? We have
Hold
one
it down
prisoner.
for the night.
Okay, she got this.
I believe it's only full moons that have this happen during, so...
Yes, but there's going to be a whole week of a full moon. Can we deal with this for a full week? She already
He's still
got out
just
of this.
growling on the floor.
Besides the fact that I think this only lasts for an hour. Hold on, let me double check.
Well, that's now,
1 hour.
that's an hour of us being able to think of something.
Blah, blah, blah.
You can hear a laughing Holligan in the back of the brig. I'm
Quiet,
telling
you.
I've told you all before. Tonight is a good night for a hunt.
Screw you. We're not killing her.
what if we give?
Go on.
What if we give her something to chew on?
Maybe?
Pull a Nezuko.
Oh no, it doesn't have a time limit. So basically, she can make a strength check to try to break it, and until then, any further attempts will automatically fail for 24 hours. So theoretically, we can actually keep her in there, so long as she doesn't break it.
Indefinitely, I
You only get
suppose.
one
Oh,
chance
well.
to break out of it? Holy shit.
Until 24 hours.
Well,
That thing is broken, holy shit.
It's a little bit
Damn.
broken, yeah.
It's also not a saving throw.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
let's see.
It is a check.
So with an 8, because no
Yeah, no.
gauntlets. Thank God. Let's see.
Didn't my strength modify because of the werewolf thing?
Oh God.
Yep. We do at least have her gloves, but...
But hold on, I gotta pull out the monster manual. Please excuse
Oh
me.
boy.
Please excuse me.
Because I remember we were talking about that.
What's the DC for the bands again?
20.
20.
Jesus.
Okay.
And it's a check, not a save.
Let's see. Oh, W. Here we go. No, that is. Sorry, it's not what I wanted. Where is it?
The word
Hello.
wolf.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay.
No, no,
We're
you're
good.
fine.
Alright, so like, okay,
I'm
so
assuming it's the L.
We have River in the Iron Bands of Belara. Werewolves have a +2 to strength.
alright, and
Oh.
it's
Is
did River
that
turn into
true?
did River turn into a werewolf yet?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
Alright.
And I was put into the bondage item.
Bondage element item. Bondage element. Oh no.
So, by the way, I rolled an 18. So plus
Mhm.
2.
No.
Oh, no.
As you guys are watching a reeling river, you can see it after a little bit of pause begins to flex, and you can see all the hairs beginning to puff and stand on end, beginning to, and you guys hear the ting, bing, ting, ting, as broken bands begin to appear as, and one arm, and you see as the claws begin to actually dig into the wood of the ship. And another beginning to reel back at all of you. I will consider that an action of Were River.
It is an action to do.
Barrel initiative.
In this endeavor,
You wanna know what also really, really sucks?
Mm,
You wanna know what
destroyed.
you wanna know what you just did, River?
I
You
did.
destroyed the
I
item.
destroyed the item.
Oh no.
I know. The Iron Bands of Bolaro are no longer a thing.
They are gone.
I am so
Oh, well.
sorry.
No, now it just means Helena gets to is owed a magic item, the one that she's currently holding in her inventory for River.
So,
Yeah, I am the one who rolled the dice. I am the one at fault here.
Yep, it's all
Yep, it's all River's fault.
River's fault.
It's all your fault, River.
I didn't
It's
fuck
all
the
your
werewolf.
fault.
How was I supposed to know I could transform into one?
That's not how that works.
River, you don't turn into werewolf by skewering it.
River is currently a werewolf and snarling at us. There it is.
Mm.
alright. So, I'm gonna have everyone just start rolling initiative. Keep in mind, I will,
Oh boy.
we're doing this theater of mind style. I did not set up any battle
Yeah.
maps.
It's fine. I doubt we have a lot of room anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So,
Just keep track of actions.
Oh
So
my
I'll
god!
go-
Why is okay? I'm refreshing.
yeah.
I'm
Oh, did
refreshing.
you? How bad did you get?
No,
No, it's just
24.
It was just
It's-
taking a while.
It's
Yeah.
because the site is really not a good dice rolling site.
No.
I didn't have a
No.
problem with it.
All right. So
Never
I'm gonna
had a
go
problem
around the
with
table
it
real
till
quick. I'm gonna go around the table real quick. I've already rolled river, so don't worry. Garu.
Okay.
I mean,
That
can we do
is
what we
going
did
to
with
be
Helena?
a-
Can Bracky control the werewolf?
All right. Garu 18.
That's gonna be a whopping 7. No.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Garu. Helena.
11.
All right. Canis.
17.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes. All right. And Docky. What? I know. Docky.
24. 24.
All right. So as all of you are seeing this deshackled river, as she is now beginning to prepare for any lunge, Docky, you standing next to the cage, keeping an eye on Holligan as you are leaning back, trying to prepare, as suddenly you are grabbed from behind, a arm around your neck, pulling you closer towards the bars. I need you to make a strength check.
Okay.
It's like a contest. It's either acrobatics or athletics. For grappling someone.
Whichever one. So, athletics or acrobatics, Daki?
14.
14? Unfortunately, no. As
Wait, he's shackled.
hell.
How the fuck?
He
He's
can
been-
still move and attack, so
yeah,
'cause that's restraining.
he is holding Daki against the bars, pulling her back.
Hey, Helena. We can kill him now, right?
No!
You sure?
You
Good.
can teleport, Docky! Just get out of his grip!
I mean, I know I can. I know I can. I just want an excuse.
Fuck you.
You can teleport. Oh, yeah. I
As you can hear the whispers through the bar. Don't worry. Like I said, tonight was going to be a good hunt, and it will be my last.
God, he's too excited for this.
He's super into it.
All right, so Daki, you're up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. All right. Okay, so I can easily get out of this, but what can I? 4 step.
All right, as you begin to move past the arms, you can see a very brightly eyed Holligan as they begin to kind of shine under the light within the dark brig here.
Ah, crap. He's a werewolf, isn't he?
Nope, that's just the nature of a blood hunter. You can see in the night.
Alright, so let's see. I managed to teleport out of the shackles. River is getting ready to maul people. Well, what else can I do? Can I do one more?
I did tell Yarrow who River will target. Had she turned.
Yeah, she was
no,
looking
it-
at me the whole fucking time.
Oh no, he's
I'm aware.
he's making the wrong decision.
Let's see. I mean, I could just use. I don't know. I think telekinesis would be good. Just a whole river back.
All right. What's the check on that?
And the check is. Where is the check? Let's see. Let's see. Duration. What? Where can I find the check for this?
Here.
Range is 60 feet.
Here, just put the spell in the chat. Just click it and it should add to the chat.
Just click on a spell slot.
No, click on the spell itself. Yeah. Oh, I can tell.
Like that. Yes. Did here. Yeah.
I can jump around. Spells. Telekinesis, right?
Yeah. How do I thought I clicked on it.
Alright, if you're holding a creature, huge or smaller creature, make an ability check with spellcasting contested by the creature's strength check. If you win the contest, you can move the creature up to 30 feet in any direction, including upward, but not beyond the range of the spell. Alright, so... make an ability check with your intelligence. And then River has to beat that.
Alright, so just roll my intelligence, stuff like that.
Yep.
Oh god, here comes a lag.
And it will be my duty.
Fuck!
My duty as River.
Fuck!
8.
Fuck. Damn it.
That's gonna be a 14 on my end.
Damn it!
As you try and open the book and try and cast your mind over around River as she begins to push towards, you see as the strength, the pure visceral, almost bulging muscles beneath the fur begin to break through and claw in and train on you, Dake.
No, I should have chosen a different spell. Should have chosen a different spell.
Alright, is that the end of Dake's turn?
And the doggy's turn.
It is now Were River's turn. As River begins to bound past all of you and make a beeline for Dake. That will leave Garu, Helena, and Canis to make opportunity attacks.
Okay.
So I have the Warcaster feat, so I'm allowed to use a spell for that. So long as it's only against one target.
Yep.
I cast Hold Person.
Ooh.
Alright, what's the check on that?
It's a Wisdom save.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
+2 wisdom.
Am I a person?
It's against humanoid. I think you're still humanoid if you're a werewolf.
Well, likely.
I can clarify that. So, I would like to say yes, because in my mind...
More than likely. I just don't remember.
Yeah, lichens are pretty much likened to humanoids. Sorry, I'm sorry. I know. Yeah, humanoid. Medium humanoid.
Hey.
So River needs to make a Wisdom save.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah. So even with my dice, that's going to be an 18.
Damn it. It's DC 17.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I rolled a
Let me get
16
in there.
plus 2, so... As you try and cast Whole Person on River, the red blur of this creature just too quick as it just escapes your sight and the spell as it passes through. Helena, you have an opportunity attack along with Garu.
This is gonna be a weird... Nah, it's probably just gonna slow her down at best, which is... Do I have anything? I'm gonna just stab her through the plate.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can. I don't think I can do ranged attacks.
My face.
Not in here.
So it's, you said it's a +1, so then it's dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
While in werewolf form, she does have a +1 to AC. So Even at a dirty 20, that's against 21. So that's
Dang.
gonna be
Come on! What the
I'm
fuck?
already you're taking into consideration my shield though, which I don't
I am
have.
Oh, you are right.
Huh?
Even though it's considered a +3 shield, so -3 + 1, so 2. That will hit.
Hey, what's the damage on the returning dagger?
It's
Actually, I think it's +1 to attack
it's
as
a
well,
plus,
right?
It's a +1 and then a dagger's damage. So I think it's
Okay, so
D4?
it's a
So
D4
D4
plus.
plus dex.
Yeah. So that is going to be 9.
9.
9.
9.
And
Do you want to add
yes,
sneak attack damage?
I should hope that I shouldn't have to say, any damage I do to her is non-lethal.
Okay, good to know.
Goes without.
Literally, every single hit is
As-
not lethal.
As you pull out the dagger from the ring, as you throw it as quick as you can, you see it pierce, and then the rampage continues on as it ends up back into the to the key ring by your belt. Garu.
Okay.
Your
First off, two questions. One, did we get a chance for a short rest?
I mean,
course,
we've been
technically.
traveling. Also, this is just your attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we
Okay.
don't rest multiple times.
All right. I just want to make sure. Second question: could I replace my attack with a grapple?
No, that's when you take the attack action. This is an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. She's all
One thing
right.
like that.
She's getting punted then. Unarmed strike, non-lethal. That is going to be a 26.
26. That will hit.
26.
Okie dokie. Let me just find my d6s again. No, wait, d8s. D8s.
Are you marking down my HP or am I doing that?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
keeping I'm keeping track. Don't worry.
Rocket.
D8. There we go. Just gonna grab that. Okay, here we
I'm
go.
gonna play Farmville meanwhile.
I'm so sorry.
That is gonna be a whopping 10 damage, non-lethal.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
That's not how you beat up your friend. This is how you beat up your friend.
The punch. Ah, my kidney.
She goes free, and then he just goes in for the punt in the stomach or something.
Yeah, as you try and punt, River comes off the ground, flips over twice, and then hits the ground still full speed towards Daki. As she reaches Daki, commences several attacks.
Oh no.
Alright, so
We tried.
I'm so,
An attempt was made.
an attempt was made.
This was months and months of frustration waiting to be unleashed.
Yep. Basically, she still harbors a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
distaste for your character.
It's fine.
Let's see. Alright.
I tried the most, but failed the hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try your best.
But you don't succeed.
Alright, so, taking into account, so the first one is going to be a 15 to attack.
Okay,
against your DC?
15, yeah, that's a hit.
Alright. 17
Hit.
and 18.
Hit.
So these are all claw attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That's going to be 16 points of slashing. And because I just feel like doing this, action surge.
Can I do that as a werewolf?
Yes, because it's still your
What the
character sheet.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh boy.
Natural 20,
Oh.
18,
I don't have any more potions, y'all. We still haven't.
I'm not
restocked.
touching it. I am not touching it.
Oh my fucking
Oh
god.
no, it was another natural 20.
Yes.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
Oh no.
Stop rolling well.
I
Actually, never mind. Give Bracky this sheet back, please.
No, he'll just roll 17 ones and kill us.
Oh no. So
Can I do a spell in reaction?
No, does he have a reaction?
Only have a reactive spell.
Do you have shield?
Shield?
I have shield.
What does shield bring your AC up
Use
to?
that.
Use
I
that.
have. Let's see. One reaction when you take. Yep. Okay. Shield. When you finish trying to kill me, y'all will cast shield.
on the second attack,
Whatever attack that won't kill me.
I think the second set of attacks is you.
Yeah.
the first one was a natural 20. The second one was a 16, and then the last one was a natural 20.
Second one it is. Alright, so... Okay, so plus 5 to my AC, that's 19.
Okay. So, as you get mauled the first time, as the second set of claws, almost as quick as they come, the first one digs into your skin for... So, that's 16 points. 16 points. The second one, as you try and throw up a shield as best as you can, it claws and breaks the shield away. And then as the third and final one comes reeling down, you take another 16 points of slashing damage.
Alright, so 32. Cool.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm not dead.
I'm not dead.
Not dead.
Not dead, as Rivar now hitting the floor, letting out this lecherous howl into the night.
I'm pretty sure that was pent-up rage.
Just a bitch. Fuck, I'm strong as a werewolf. I'm staying like this.
No, we're fixing you.
No.
I'm using natural weapons. This would have been much worse if I was using actual weapons. So next up is Cadus and Helena. You're on deck.
Yep.
Huh. So... I keep losing that thing. Let's... Alright. Embodiment of the Law, I can cast an enchantment spell as a bonus action, so I'm going to do that with Hold Person again, but this time I'm going to cast it at 3rd level, that way I can affect both River and the guy in the cage.
Okay.
Fuck
Nice.
that guy.
So that's going to be a 10
That
for
fails.
River. So River is suddenly held in place as she tries to lurch back and reach out before... And as for Holligan, that's going to be a dirty 20.
God damn it. So he's fine.
As he leans back and gets hit, and then he laughs, just in place.
God, I hate him so much.
Well, because that was Canis' bonus action, he will then go up to the paralyzed River and ensure that she stays unconscious and smack her in the back of the head with his foot.
All right.
I have advantage because you're paralyzed.
Yeah,
Or strained.
isn't it a crit? If I'm paralyzed?
No, I think I just have advantage on the hit. Or is it a crit?
Paralyzed.
If I'm paralyzed,
Paralysis, I think.
yeah.
Cannot move or speak. Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Does not give you advantage. That is
sorry.
that is
Odd.
unconscious.
Alright. Are you sure we
Oh,
can't?
Paralyzed.
Are
Any
you-
attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Oh. Oh dear. I need more d8s.
Oh, boy.
No, I'm going to make sure that you're out because I'm using a level 4 smite.
Oh yeah, that is fair. That is very fair.
Smite!
Can you Can you use smite no
It's not a
lethally?
spell, and it's a melee attack, so yes, I can say it's non-lethal.
Good. Just making sure, man. Oh no! Oh god! I just picture the meme. I'm gonna use 4th level smite. Non-lethally, right? Non-lethally, right?
Non-lethal. I need to find my d8s.
It's just.
Oh,
It's
this
just
is
the
all I ever
TV
wanted.
head laughing in the background.
This is all I ever wanted.
Are you sure we can't put a balloon, Holligan?
No.
No, I can give him one of these too. Okay, so I have a base of D8 from the flail, an extra D8 psychic damage because of cleric nonsense, an extra D8 because the flail gives me an extra D8 radiant, and then another 5d8 from the smite.
Lord.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, Nelly!
So that's 8d8 plus 3 doubled.
Let's see
You'll
where
be
that
fine.
goes.
You'll be fine.
Alright. I'm awaiting the damage. Because I have to type it in.
Something
82.
bad may-
Jesus!
I've only hit
good.
you the once.
I'm officially blooded, I think.
You're officially at
Non-lethally.
31. You are at 31 hit points.
Dang.
Alright. I always got punched.
Fine, you don't want me to deal with it peacefully, then I won't deal with you peacefully. And as he walks up behind her paralyzed body, you see a draconic hand appear over the flail and slap her down into the ground.
Just wham! And it's kind of like watching like somebody like moving in fast motion, like how everything is frozen. As this flail comes down and hits her, she hits the ground super hard, but her body is still flexed up, staying in motion.
She's just
That's it
taking
for
fucking
Kansas
shit
turn.
damage.
It's like when Quicksilver punches somebody. They're just like, so yeah, that will be that. All right, and that's gonna be the end of Canis. Helena, you're up.
Alright, autumn, winter, spring, summer. What's the season?
Right now it is getting closer towards winter, so you're in winter.
I'm in winter. Aha! Good. I'm going to Misty Step into the cell. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's going to be a 18.
Let's see, so through these. A heckening. I think he still makes it, but I'm going to, let's see, pull out the immovable rod. And can I slam that rod in between, like, the links of the chains and press the button?
To keep him away from the bars.
I'm basically just trying to trap him. I'm going to slam that down and pull him down with me, just so that he cannot move.
He doesn't
Alright.
get to play the game, basically.
All right, so as you teleport in, as you, it shortens the length of those chains so much that he's pinned to the floor, and he can't move it. It's just not gonna happen.
Yep. Yeah, that's, he is not moving, basically.
All right. Okay, so that will keep him there. Is that your full action? Because it's a bonus action to use an item.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
is it-
that is going to be all I can do.
All right, Garo, you're up.
Alright, Garo, sensing that River's being, like, stuck in a hold person, and seeing Helena, like, pinned down Holligan, he's just gonna say to himself, last time something like this happened, I accidentally killed a guy. But not this time. He's gonna crack his knuckles,
I don't know how
and
he
he's
does
gonna... and he's just gonna, like, he's gonna raise his hand up, and he's gonna start slapping River non-lethally.
Okay.
Okay, first attack. That's going to be an unarmed strike. That is going to be a 25.
That will hit.
No, wait, it automatically crits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Since it's the whole person.
Paralyzed, yes.
Okay, well...
As long as he connects. Yeah.
Okay, second attack. That is going to be... Fuck me, that's going to be like a fucking... Holy shit, that's going to be a 31.
Okay, that hits.
How'd you get a 31 but not crit?
I got a 19 plus 12.
Jesus.
Okay, now I'm just gonna fucking roll damage just to see what happens. And, let's... That is going to be 4, that's gonna be 9. So that's gonna be 15 points of damage, critted. So 30.
30?
And
how's she looking?
How's she looking?
Very bad.
Yep.
Alright, then maybe a little bit more. A bonus action shirt. No, wait, bonus action, flurry of blows.
Okay. I just want to inform you that you're doing this non-lethally. She will
Yes,
pass
very
out.
non-lethally.
Okay.
Very, very non-lethally.
Beating the shit out of her.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
No, it's go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
It's a natural 20!
As that is bleeding all over the floor.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
So, Garu,
Yeah?
for the sake of the argument, how do you want to put River to sleep?
No, she's a dog, don't say it that way.
Oh no! You mean, how do I want to do it?
How shall you slay? That's
Okay, Garu's just gonna like go. Garu's just gonna go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, and as he pulls back for his backhand, he's gonna smack her across the snout, and she's gonna like ping pong across the wall under the ceiling and back down to the floor.
Okay, as you smack River around, she goes right back to where she was. And if a creature is unconscious, your spell ends, correct?
No, it's concentration.
Okay.
She's still paralyzed.
She's still paralyzed.
Unconscious?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need... Actually, no. Due to the nature of the fragment of
the
primeval
Galia. Yeah, I was just about to say.
Oh,
that bullshit.
yeah.
that means
Forgot about
Garu,
that.
Canis, Daki, Holligan.
Oh no.
I'm assuming Helena, you all
Probably.
take 2d10 of necrotic damage.
What the fuck?
The Regalia
What the fuck?
Regalia activates when I go to heal 0 hit points.
As you all take 11 points of
Wait, hold on.
necrotic
Technically,
damage
if it's
as-
non-lethally, wouldn't that reduce her down to 1 and make her unconscious?
No, it
It's
takes
when
she's down to
she
0.
is unconscious. The
Yeah.
text is very specific of unconscious. So even if she is unconscious,
Oh.
blah, done. So you all
Yeah.
take 11 points of necrotic damage as black feathers burst from the armor and just emanate necrotic energy, bursting like small little mines all around you as it just boom, 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 boom. Canis, I need you to make a concentration check.
Yep. Forecaster, so I have advantage on it.
Yeah.
13 passes because I only took 6 because I'm resistant to necrotic. Haha.
That's true. So
Hooray!
13.
Now some more.
As from after that, you see the eye of River burst wide open and stabilized at 1 HP because of Umbris Regalia.
And paralyzed.
This is the first time you guys have actually seen Umbris Regalia at full capacity.
It's against my friends.
I didn't even know she could do that! Why?
Why couldn't she have been this tough during some of our fights?
She was before she never went down.
Yep.
Winds up another swing.
Docky. Docky, it is your go as Holligan is unable to move and is kind of pinned down by chains right now. Oh, actually no, it is Holligan's turn. Holligan uses Hex on Docky.
Oh, come on. Counterspell.
Alright.
Eat a dick.
Alright, because it's 2 levels above,
He doesn't
basically,
even need to roll.
yeah, just,
I can pump it to 6th level.
You
Yeah,
don't need to.
Yeah, you don't
no,
need to.
Hex is such a low level spell.
Alright.
Yeah, he doesn't really have to do much in order to use Hex. It's just a Blood Hunter thing. As such, you get up very clawed and bloodied, seeing a still violent but somewhat unmoving River.
Alright, first, okay, so the Hex didn't work on me, right?
Hex did not work.
Alright, I just turn to Holligan and then just wink at him. Gotta do better than that. Now for River. Okay. I burned out all my 5th level slots.
Using to punch me when I have 1 hit point.
You only have 1 hit point?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
It applies
question,
to that one hit
question.
point.
You can't
Does that-
throw spells and say they're non-lethal.
No, does that ability restack? Could, like, if she
No.
goes down
Uh,
again, will
no,
that
it
attack?
doesn't.
Okay.
Death is
never
not
get to
the
use
end.
it.
So here's the thing. Death is not the end. Should you fall unconscious, the armor fuels your life energy and you're stabilized by 1 HP. The wings bring you back to your feet once per short rest. If you fail again, you have advantages on your death saving throws. So she has to have a short rest before she can use the armor again.
I mean, you didn't need to talk
Okay,
about
good.
that.
Alright, so...
I mean, you told us that when you first got it, so.
And that was like fucking, what, 30, 40 episodes ago?
Yep.
20,
Alright.
somewhere around 20 to 30 episodes, yeah.
Alright, so she has 1 HP left, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright,
Don't miss.
alright. She
Don't
comes...
miss.
Alright, Doggy. Do I really need a spell for this one? Can I just go back and then just...
Spells
Right.
cannot be non-lethal.
Just slap her, like, pistol whip
Yeah,
her, or use,
That's what I was
use your new
thinking.
weapon.
I was just thinking about just karate chopping her.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do.
yeah.
Mad dog.
Alright. Alright, I just walk over and then just karate chop her.
Alright, do an unarmed attack.
Yep.
Don't miss.
Oh,
Nice.
what do I need to roll?
Unarmed strike should be listed in your
Uh,
attacks.
Okay.
See how this goes.
So, do I have... Okay, so I guess I rolled.
This 17?
Oh my fucking god, no. No.
You
No.
raise a hand overhead and you try and karate chop the head. Unfortunately, your weak little elf arms do not just do that, really. No pain, no anything. Your hand is hurting more than you probably caused. And the eyes train back on you, Duck.
I get, do I have a bonus spell? You can have bonus action? Bonus action?
You
I
have a
bonus action, right?
You're part fighter, right?
Yeah.
Technically, you could do an action surge.
Oh, yeah.
If she has it, depends
If she
on her
has
fighter
it.
level.
Let's see. Let's see.
I think Docky does.
If you have at least 2 levels of fighter, yes.
Yeah,
I have bonus.
that's how she got the gunslinger subclass.
Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, I have action surge.
Okay, there you go.
All right, action surge.
A
A
non-lethal bullet can put her down if she shows so desire.
Stop using that word.
I'm sorry.
Bullets work.
That's not how bullets work, Yara.
This is, you can just aim it at a non-vital part. Like
I'm gonna
yourself.
do. All right. I'm not gonna. No, I don't.
Also, it's close to me, so we will be with disadvantage.
I don't want to hit. I don't want to hit again. I think I'm just gonna use a firebolt on like a non-lethal part.
Nope, well, you
Nope,
can't.
spells
cast-
You
cannot-
can't
Not
use
spells,
it on
no
spells.
So I
You
can.
have to smack her.
You guys have
You have to
healers.
smack her.
Back. We
Fine.
do, but this is funny.
Fine,
Yes,
I'll do
this
it
is funny.
again. I'll do
Pistol
it
whip
again.
her.
I'll do it again. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes, you best.
Let's do it. Let's see if I'm fucking. If it's
You're a natural
gonna be
20, you're a natural 20,
terrible
baby.
roll again. Terrible roll again.
Oh,
Terrible
man.
roll again.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
This is funny.
It
I
is
did not
hilarious.
I did not expect
fucking
tonight to
Benny
turn out the
Hill
way it did.
Terrible roll. Okay, 9.
9? No.
9.
9.
No.
Fine.
You try and karate chop the other way with your pistol. Nothing. The snarl is still there. That's gonna be the end of Ducky's turn.
Bad dog.
Paralyzed river.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
Oh, right, I'm paralyzed. Fuck.
Alright.
Oh wait, wouldn't that have
What's-
been with... No, that's right, no advantage.
You don't get advantage against a paralyzed target, you just get auto crits if you hit them.
So
Kind of weird.
A little bit.
I am going to it is now River's turn.
Oh.
Fuck.
You're fine, I'm paralyzed.
Wisdom check against Canis.
Yeah.
I need to. Okay.
That is going to be a 21.
Damn it.
Oh, damn.
Oh my fucking god. Why?
Because I'm not Bracky!
Well, is that... Wait,
I don't roll once!
Is that the beginning of her turn or at the end?
Yeah, that's the best question.
Yeah.
I believe it's 10.
Because there's no other other
End of
way
the
for her.
turn.
Yeah, so she's ending her turn by breaking this spell. As,
Yeah, you're fine. Why are you people bitching?
Yep.
As
She wants
claws,
to turn again.
Okay.
We just
The
don't get the critter
claws-
for free.
the claws dig into the wood as you see the black wings starting to unfold from the Umbris Regalia as it begins to beat. As you see the silver lining, Umbris Regalia exalts.
What the fuck?
What?
So I need you all to make a strength check.
God damn it.
What?
What?
Negative
What?
save.
Because this is the worst possible experience that is now empowering this armor.
Oh wow, so I had to get a very bad day for it.
Oh my gosh. I got a natural 20. Hooray.
There was
Still
no
a
good, very
19.
bad day.
All right, so Helena, you're fine. So Garu,
24.
24. All right. Daki.
11.
Okay, and Canis.
7.
7.
Wait, this is a saving throw, right? Or just a check?
It is a strength saving throw.
Okay, then yeah, 24.
I've been waiting to exalt this piece of armor for a little while now.
So it only exalted if I ever went down, and it was like, oh, no wonder I never got the thing to fucking activate.
All right, so pretty much only Canis and Daki, Garu, you standing, and Helena, as you are feeling the wing beats as it sprawls from this transformed river, just as Canis and Daki, you are pressed against the bars as you take... You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. That's 2d8, so...
God damn it.
As you are pushed back 10 feet against the bars as it holds you in place. And River back onto the ground, the wings unfurled. So...
So fucking cool, though.
That's gonna be the
Winged
end.
werewolf.
Yeah. That's gonna be the end of River. It is now Canis' turn as you're basically just trying to collect yourself after seeing this fucking thing.
God damn it. Walking back up to River, smack. Stay down already!
Bad dog.
Bad dog, bad River. River, no.
River, no.
Alright.
24 versus AC.
Hey.
Alright, how do you want to... How do you wish to, Fuck, I can't say this without you guys getting upset.
No, this is funny. Again, non-lethally, just smack her in the head with the flail.
Yeah, just... Wank! Right overhead as... Boof! Into the wood.
River seat.
His non-lethal attack for 3d8 plus 3 damage. 22.
As...
I come back now. Let's say.
As River is on the floor, now passed out after just being battered left and right, you see as the sprawled out wings begin to fade away like black dust. And River shrinking slightly in size. And you can see as a passed out halfling girl on your on the floor.
No longer a werewolf.
Yep.
Is Holligan still being an asshole back there?
You see as he's kind of accepted his fate at being chained to the ground.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. How come when we beat the other guys to unconsciousness, they didn't go back to normal?
I thought
They
we
did.
Oh yeah, it's
They
a
did.
it was a chance. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, she's going to wake up terribly achy.
Very icky. As for you, and she's gonna pinch Holligan's cheek. Nice try.
She's gonna wake up terribly achy? More like, I'm gonna wake up terribly achy.
You're both going to wake up terribly icky.
Oh, shut up, Daki.
Daki points a gun at River.
No.
Oh.
No.
None of that yet.
As for
Oh, my
this,
gloves.
no, they're my gloves now. Anyway,
They're my gloves.
So, the next time this happens, we make sure she has no magic items on her, agreed?
oh,
Yeah.
very much agreed.
Agreed. And how many times do we have to do this until we get to town?
A week.
There's only one full moon a month.
Oh.
Once every 4 weeks.
It could fit as a team exercise.
Yeah, beat the crap out of River.
Alright, so in this scenario, Bracky, I hand you back your character sheet.
Thank you. Oh, it's all sticky now. What the fuck did you do with it?
Sweaty hands. So, as the night goes on, watching a passed out River from doing anything else insane, and a chained down Holligan, you guys make it through the night without the possible worst happening.
Actually, Canis and Garu, help me get his arms into a very difficult to reach spot so I can readjust this blasted bar.
You got it.
Fair enough.
Just let's just hang him up in midair so that he can't wiggle free.
Alright, as you both
Just
lift him
crucify
up
him.
two immovable rods into the air as they hold in place.
If you want, we can hang him upside down. Last time I did that, I got results.
No, it should be fine. He would literally have to be capable of lifting 8,000 pounds. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
Alright. The night ends. The new day begins. River, you wake up with a single point of health.
Morning, sleepyhead.
Are you okay? Do you have brain damage?
Don't talk to me.
Just going to thwap her in the forehead.
Ah!
You broke my bands. I liked that toy.
I did nothing. What do I remember, by the way?
Nothing!
Like, what?
Absolutely nothing!
Like you just
I was just sleeping. Why did... Oh.
you did leave some scars on me, you know.
I did nothing. What are you talking about?
She shows like he shows the scars while her eyes were just like bulging out.
River was here. Yeah, that's me.
Actually, for the sake of the argument, River, make an intelligence check.
Ooh.
I just remember having the most delicious pig. I was carving it myself.
I was carving a pig. It was great. Intelligence check?
Yeah, an intelligence check.
That's an 11.
You don't remember anything.
I just remember dreaming that I was having a delicious sandwich. Not a turkey. I was just tearing into it. It
Well,
was great.
here's the problem, darling. As great as you think it is, you are in fact a werewolf.
How can you prove that?
She grumpily holds up her destroyed bands.
Oh, that's pretty good evidence.
That's pretty. That's
You'll split up the floor
pretty.
with your feet.
Ooh, I broke those?
Yeah, it's more of my stuff you keep breaking.
God, I'm so
This was my stuff.
The ship she was breaking is my stuff.
I'm more worried about mine, though.
I'm so sorry, Helena.
You owe me iron bands.
Sure, when you break her stuff, you'll pay for it. Just rumble that to himself.
You know what your problem is, Canis?
Hmm?
You're too nice.
Am I?
He's not nice. What are you talking about?
He's very nice. Look at him. She'll just pinch
Yep.
his cheek.
Stop
He
that.
is very forgiving about debts.
Mm-hmm.
He literally let me stay with him for the whole summer, rent free.
Hmm.
2 whole summers.
2 whole summers. Yeah, that's right.
Why do I let you live with me again?
You two living
Because
together,
you
no
like
rent?
me. Yes, you like me.
Sure, let's call it that.
You'd have to. We literally work together.
Oh my...
I have to like people I work with.
Of course you do.
But you should.
I feel like that time we drank at the monastery.
I'm unsurprised.
I certainly don't feel like that.
Also, why do I hear the word Bahamut in my head multiple times?
Smite!
That definitely
okay.
sounds like a you problem.
Oh. I want to sleep a little bit.
You've slept all night, you're fine.
I need another nap.
You slept all night, you're fine.
I'm not
River.
going to the DM. I'm at 1 hit point. Oh.
According to the DM, you're also violently hungry. I'm talking
Oh,
violently.
I'm
And
very
that's abnormal
hungry.
how? How's that abnormal?
That is true. That is common.
It's
thing.
beyond.
I'm gonna start-
It's beyond normal. It's
You know
not
what?
just like hungry. It's almost as if you were starved.
No, ravenous.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
take a
have
short
any
rest by
spa-
eating something?
Do you have any spare meat buckets that we can give you?
No, I did not buy another bucket of meat.
Is there anything different on with me, Yarrow? I'm going to assume my brain got freaking demolished.
No, that was very much a part of your design.
That's true. Ignore that.
As far as you are aware, pretty much some of your clothing seemingly has stretched out. It's a little bit looser than usual. Your boots are destroyed.
Aww.
And also, on top of that, it seems like the only thing holding you together was the Umbrous Regalia itself, which is now exalted. I will send you that later.
Ooh, feels different.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Princess.
so by the way, the design of the Umbrous Regalia, as you guys are taking notice of it, it has gone from that very light mithrily woven metal that it once was, and it has gained a tuft of feathers around the collar, as well as what seemingly are these crossing wings on the back of the design. And as far as the woven part, it's now become hexagonal.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right, River. Your armor did a weird thing last night as well.
Yeah, when I fall unconscious, like it just explodes.
Well, that and it did
Oof.
something else after that.
Hmm? It didn't take off, right?
Could
I
have.
think so.
Oh?
Okay.
It did kind of explode in our faces, though.
Yeah, it does that.
And then it kind of blew us around a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It does, I think. Wait, did it did two things?
Yeah.
It grew wings after exploding.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, it exploded once, and then it kind of exploded again.
You know, I'll check that later. I need to eat something.
No, all right.
You're not eating me again.
Also, I need to wash my hands. Why are they covered in blood?
Doki.
Yeah, yes, that would be Daki.
Sorry.
Yep.
Did I attack anyone else?
No.
No, I paralyzed you and then beat you unconscious before that could happen.
Why would you do that to me? Oh, you know what? Never mind.
I mean, you could have attacked Holligan. That could have been awesome.
I don't even know the guy.
Do you two have something that you should talk about?
I don't know what to talk about.
I know what to talk about. Food. I'm gonna go get something.
Alright.
And River's just gonna go get something to eat.
Alright.
What?
A few... You do probably eat about, well into the rations that are stored on this ship, that is meant to last for quite a while. But this excruciating hunger demands a great deal to subside it, and yeah, you guys are definitely gonna have to restock by the time you get to Vale.
Good.
Oh.
More shit I have to pay for.
Oh.
I mean, for the most part, I think we can pay for our own food.
Good. That'd be a start.
Is there a private room here?
On the ship?
Yeah.
I mean, the latrine.
I'm gonna go to the latrine. Just making sure I'm okay, everything is fine. I'm just going to wash my hands.
What do you mean? Look, every time I just only take the dinner from your house, and that's all. I pay for the rest.
Mm-hmm.
You just said rent free.
Yes, like I said, when we're at his house. He's got so much there, he can share. Otherwise, he shares with an old man and a robot. I don't think the robot eats.
Robot cooks, if anything.
Exactly.
Does all the cooking.
Or you just keep trying to get handouts from me.
Like I said, you're too nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pay you back once everything starts stabilizing at home. Sorry, sorry, guys.
You can control it, dear.
We've been through plenty of nonsense, it happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although, now the big question is, how do we fix you?
Can you remove it? Wishy-washy Bahamut power?
Well, it's worth a shot now that you're calm and we have a better idea of what the situation is. Remove curse.
Alright, in the endeavor of casting Remove Curse, as the gem breaks and flows into river.
No, remove curse doesn't have a component cost. Oh,
Yeah, it's free.
yeah.
Then-
Restoration has that.
As your mind begins to pinpoint towards this curse, almost like an empty room, you hear the ravenous sounds. And bursting from you is this light, this magic. As it subsides, you still hear the howls and the sounds, only calmed and not obedient, but wary of your existence. As your mind pulls back into yourself, you feel like it isn't gone.
Well, that hasn't happened before. I don't think it's gone. I believe I've merely put a muzzle on it.
That's worrying.
Unsure if that means it's going to be in the next few days it's going to be fine, or if it's to the next full moon it's fine. Either way, yes, that's worrying.
We'll have even more research to do when we get back.
Great.
As
And
Lena,
cons-
Lena, can I get my gloves back?
She narrows her eyes.
I feel naked without them.
Gee,
She's not turning into a wolf anytime soon.
I feel awfully naked without my bands, she says with a pout and crossed arms.
Sorry.
Oh, don't say it like that. That makes me feel bad. Oh, here. She'll toss it back at her.
Yeah.
just as it tosses, yeah. River, as you go to inspect yourself alone,
Yeah.
you're just washing up. At the time that you finally look up from the wash and you look into the mirror, you see a visceral image. The other part, the werewolf form that is you for just a slight moment, as the creeping feeling of it, while subsided, is still there, and it disappears after you blink.
Oh, that's a problem. Okay.
After which, you guys spend the next several days without instance beyond that night, as you all finally land within Vale. Upon your return, you are led by a entourage of guards with a still heavy-headed Holligan. As you guys enter the castle and make it into the main throne room, this large open room, you guys see set in the center a gallows and a tiefling queen sitting at her throne, proud of the image that you guys had succeeded. Well, well, certainly a interesting endeavor, I'd imagine, but there is business to be had here first. She points towards Daki and beckons her over.
He walks over.
As you step all the way up to the throne, she leans towards you. I want you to watch every bit of this.
Do I get popcorn?
There will be a great deal of food for you after our business here is concluded. Bring him forth! As the guards begin to pull his chains and he is thrown to the ground in front of both Daki and Illithus as you all watch from the side. Holligan. He looks up. I care not for what reason you had done what you have done. What I care is that you have betrayed your order. You betrayed our people. However, due to the nature of sovereignty, you would not have been punished if I had not done this. You are hereby excommunicated, and you will face your crimes at this moment. You see as he begins to stare down into the cobblestone further. As per your crimes, your hands will be chopped. Those hands have endangered many people and have hurt many more. Furthermore, your throat will be slit for breaking your oath and forging a new one. And finally, you will be hanged in the dark forests where whatever creature decides to feed on your flesh for the remainder of your existence. You will be given no death rights. As he jolts up and looks, no, that's not fair. That is not fair! I've spoken. You see two guards begin to pull him up towards the gallows, and his hands placed on a block. You see another entity, large, with a Bardician hand. As he raises it over, his hands are cut as they fall to the front of the gallows. And another figure grappling his face, slitting open his throat, the blood spilling on the block, and a noose then tied around his neck, and then pulled up, and you can see as he begins to reel side to side after several moments of him trying to gasp at breath. The body hangs still, as both arms and legs no longer moving. Get it out of my sight.
Can I look at it a little bit more? I just wanted to take in the sight.
As long as you need to.
Okay. She's... She grabs some bread and starts eating it smugly.
You can see as the blood from the neck still trickling down beyond the rope and beginning to actually spill onto the gallows. After a few minutes pass, you finally give the okay to remove the body as it is cut down and dragged into the dark forests never to be seen.
Okay, I'm done. Ha. Sometimes revenge is best served cold.
Canis.
Yes.
Canis, if you ever marry her, watch over the divorce papers. She's
Why would I marry
hard-
her?
She's fucking hardcore. Be careful, man.
Wow, it's a good thing I couldn't see any of that.
It was very gruesome, yes.
Do you want me to like grab a stone and try and wrap his hand using Braille Gower? It was pretty cool.
What's Braille?
She started looking to the side.
We haven't invented Braille. That was the French that invented that.
I don't know.
By the by, Yara, I have a very high perception. Is any of the blood hunters here looking at me weirdly?
The only one that's looking at you is the queen herself.
Anyone that could help with it.
So we completed the quest.
You did.
Yay!
Yay!
Just thinking of the guy shrieking in agony, then being thrown into the woods, and then the victory fanfare plays.
I need to create chaos.
As a gnome passes by with a mob to clean the blood. Fuck.
The gallows is taken apart as much as it was quickly put together, very easily. After a few moments have passed, she leads you all towards the back, into what is this somewhat dining hall, almost as if to represent a successful hunt. As she sits at her at her chair, as all of you begin to get seated in. Thank you all again. Much as it is a business transaction, I do appreciate the efforts you all went through.
No, it was pretty entertaining. 10 out of 10, we'll watch it again.
Better or not.
Vampires are mildly problematic. As well as werewolves.
Yeah.
Along with everything else.
Is there anything else we can do to help here? I believe we are even.
We are even. And not much else that I can ask you all to do for the time being. You're free to do as you please, but should you ever desire my help, I'm more than willing to extend that hand.
Well,
That.
do you have a library?
We do. Well, within the city. What are you exactly looking for?
Two things. One I'm going to keep secret. The other one, she points at River. Need to help her.
River wipes her.
I had a curious feeling, but I didn't want to overstep myself here.
It's a bit of a hairy problem.
Very
Unfortunately,
hairy, fuzzy situation.
there's nothing I can do to immediately invoke any wisdom upon that aside from asking you to join one of our orders, but I feel like you've already set your path forward.
Yeah, I don't think this is my way, especially after saying that, and looks at the gnome cleaning the freaking blood with the mouth. Yeah, I don't think I can do that.
He's just listening to music like, it's gonna be a sad, sad summer all the way.
This is
Shaking his ass.
just the sound of wolf. Amen.
Man.
God.
Ow.
I don't know what. I don't think I can know. Is there anything that can be done about this?
Our wisdom is very limited. We know how to, per se, control it through blood maledicts and certain rites. It's our order and the way that we can subside the effects. However, in your case, if you're looking to remove it, you might have to seek something far more wise than I.
So you can help me either control this, or I need to go somewhere else to get rid of it.
Those are the possibilities. Or die. There's that.
Whoa.
We're
There
trying
you
to
are.
avoid that.
We can always just rebuild the gallows, I'm just saying.
You little.
After all, you did break my bands.
Get over it.
No,
I'm
I
so sorry.
liked those bands.
I'll try to get you new ones.
They were nice.
Emphasis on try.
We get it. You're not getting sympathy from us.
You don't understand. See, you don't have anything to worry about. You have a whole treasure room full of fun stuff.
She's not wrong on that one. Eat the
What did
rich.
No.
You are very rich.
It just comes back to Candace's thoughts of nearly empty treasury with the iron golem just sitting in it.
You just spent so much money on that. Yeah, I have so much money.
I regret nothing.
Either which way, if you wish to take my advice, I'm always here. I'll consider it a friendly invite into the fold.
Thank you. I also appreciate the show.
Either which
That
way,
also.
either which way, I do assume all of you have other important matters to attend to. So, feel free. Consume as much as you wish.
We might stay here a couple of days, yeah. As Helena studies what she needs.
Fair
And I
enough.
cannot talk to you about this.
I'm sorry?
As Helena researches this, and as I can talk to you about this whole situation, we can stay a couple of days here.
By all means. Well then. Good job, Dynamic Entry Incorporated. Looking
She
at
used her name.
Cadus.
She used her name.
You're only saying that
Title
because you know I
drop.
hate it.
Title drop.
Not wrong.
No, she said it because it's our name. Aren't you proud? People are finally spreading it.
No.
I've been trying for so long. It's finally being used. It's wonderful.
Well, next
So-
time, Cadence, you come up with a list of names.
You came up with the list and you even admit you hated that one.
Oh, I know. It was the joke one.
I wasn't even here to choose. You guys chose it.
Wait, there was a list?
You can. Yeah.
You were
That
the one that
noted.
was fighting for that one the most.
Yeah.
I was?
Yeah. Sorry.
That noted. As the night goes on, and you all turn over and prepare for whatever comes next. Dealing with curses, putting an end to Docky's endeavors. In the back of your mind's eye, you still see those bright red eyes almost looming. You get closer towards the end of your travels. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's episode.
Hey.
Yeah.
Woo!
10 out of 10 would eat bread while seeing a guy murder again.
Boy, it's a good thing the big bad can't scry, otherwise we'd be in trouble.
I mean, he can't scry on me.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's see. Alright. So... Oh, my apologies. So, we're gonna go ahead, start ending up tonight. Thank you, everyone. We're gonna go ahead, do some quick announcements before we end tonight's episode, and then say our goodbyes. So, tonight marks what will be the upcoming end of D6 Dawn Rite.
The beginning of the
The beginning of
Beginning
the
of
end.
the end.
The plans that are set, as far as I'm aware, we want to thank you all for this very long game. I understand running a 2-year campaign can be a very arduous endeavor, and I am ultimately thankful for all that has happened. In light of that, in the case of any announcements towards the end of this campaign, I wish to inform all of you that once this campaign wraps, there will be no new campaign until the beginning of the new year. This is mainly because I will be preparing and also spending a lot of time, as starting next week, I will be joining Joe Cat for a short campaign. I will be joining for the Necro Hunt.
Nice.
I am going to be playing a very particular character, which I am going to enjoy and looking forward to. So if you guys are interested in that, session 0 is next week, and then I believe our first live session will be the week after that. So if you are wondering where my time is going on my Wednesdays, there is that. Furthermore, as per other announcements, How to Be an Adventurer is wrapping up this month in production, or How to Be an Adventurer episode 10. Me, Quiz, and Ethan have been editing the visuals of this aspect for the past couple of weeks, trying to get this done as soon as possible. It will be dropping on the Patreon at the beginning of next month, so please look forward to that. And there will be an update video this upcoming Wednesday. Unfortunately, I had to move it to next week because, well, matters with this, with a recent broken camera, so there's that. And last but not least, I am also going to be in another game. Not going to say which one just yet. I'm just saying that my time is going to be spread relatively thin, doing a lot of D&D work, and this is the first time that I've ever done this much aside from my own games. So I look forward to what's going to be happening relatively soon. So that's going to be the end of my announcements. Boo, how you now?
Hello there. How's it hanging? I don't really have anything else to really announce other than, like, now that I'm finally back home and readjusted, I will resume regular updates on my webcomic Sabbath Buster, which you can find on my own hosting site at www.sabbathbuster.com. And please forgive the mediocre website design job. I literally don't know what I'm doing, but you can find literally everything there. But if you want to see some full pages and want to see them early, you can find that over on my Patreon, along with pretty much anything else I can think of. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Alright. Brake.
1 second. Oh god.
Don't die.
Don't transform
You
into a
good?
werewolf now.
Oh, I need to drink something. Hi, I'm Braki, aka Brakisoid. I played River the Halfling Fighter. You can find me at twitch.tv/Brakisoid, where I play video games and do art more often than not. It's going to be Final Fantasy XIV and some art practices because I need to get better at it. You can find my work on Twitter at Brakisoid, where I post my art and other dumb shit. I'm going to be announcing officially tomorrow, I believe so. I'm going to be taking color sketch commissions for patrons. Braki Arts Z. Z. Patrons are going to be notified first regarding this, and then it's going to be open slots for everyone else. So we're going to have to see.
If there's any openings, I call one.
You're going to have to see how that works out that way.
Well, since I am a patron, I could.
There you are. I'm going to start small, like a couple of them, and it's going to be color sketches just to regain confidence. I've been a bit afraid of doing commissions, so that's going to be a good start. I believe that's all I have to announce. So, Caitlin, take it away.
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are open, so if you would like one, you can find all that information on my Twitter. And when I get to, streaming again, you can find me working on those, as well as the occasional game on my Twitch. That's it for me. Now I'll take it away. Mal? He's muted.
Mal?
Mal is dead.
Mal's dead. Die. Take it away.
Fuck.
We'll get Mal when
Okay.
he's back.
Alright, okay, so this is Daitumundachi, also play as Daiki. So I uploaded a new KWC animation featuring Frieza. Yes, the same Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. No, it's not a joke. Joe, take a look at it. So take a look at it take a look at is uploaded on my channel, so take a look at that. Friday I'm going to be uploading my Dragon Ball Videl-verse animation, which is going to be a short music video. So appreciate you guys check that out. Then next Sunday I'll be uploading the Darkness episode. So that's going to be thirsty. Very thirsty. Also, I am getting back into streaming. I streamed Among Us last Saturday. I am going to do my best to stream again as long as I can, as well as some IRL things doesn't really mess up my schedule too much. So I'm aiming for Wednesdays and Saturdays for now. And that's it for me.
Is Mal back?
You back, Mal? You can find Mal at Sir Malervic on Twitter, and then Sir_Malervic on Twitch, where he occasionally does some gaming streams.
He's pooping.
Estoy pooping.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm not sure if I want to end the episode without him. That's just me.
We can talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can chit chat.
For example, thank you for that session. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I'm mildly curious. What was Dude Man gonna try to do to escape?
No, he was fucking tied up and
He
flying.
was.
So
he was just trying to cause problems.
He
Now that
was
he's dead.
He was trying to pickpocket Daki for something. Yeah, to which he actually failed because all of your guys' fucking perceptions was too high. So even if he tried, it would have not ended well.
Damn.
Also, Mal's back.
Hey, Val.
Hey.
We just finished announcements. Caitlin took care of it for you, though.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Would you have to? Do you have anything else that you would like to?
I do not.
Very well.
Yeah. All right. So that being noted, thank you all so very much for hanging out with us, and as always, we love you all so very much, and hopefully, we see you next time. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.